Hello, welcome back. Thanks for joining me this morning. I hope you've dried out after our stomp through the rain on our last episode in downtown Minneapolis. But today I want to talk about the photos that we collected. I think we took about 50 photos. I sent them into the photo lab, 1 hour photo lab, and I had about 25 of them processed into prints. And so today we're going to be looking through them and looking for good composition. I normally am a plein air painter, which means I take my studio out on location, set up, and the composition process is more organic. I walk around till I find a spot that really speaks to me and I set up and paint it. When I go out and plein air paint in the city, I've been having trouble with feeling uncomfortable, feeling a little unsafe. Being a woman, painting alone, I just feel maybe more threatened. I do have a buddy willing to go plein air paint with me in the city, and so I'm looking forward to that, but I don't want to rely on that for this whole exhibition, so many of the pieces in this exhibit will be done from the studio. So this is my pile of compositions that I like and that I have modified somewhat. This is my discard pile. I use them to block off, and this is the pile of things that still need to be looked through. So this painting here, this snapshot here, I see automatically this is one really large chunk of an area that might get distracting, also down here in the foreground. So I'm going to see if cropping this improves it at all. Let's try it. So if we crop it here, that helps because these are my focal point areas, you know, this lady and then these two background figures. But now that puts these people in the dead center. That's never good. So let's try moving it this way. Oops, it's falling off. I like to put them off center just a little bit. I really like to put them at the golden ratio, and I have this lovely tool I bought online. Let's see if I can find the golden ratio. So this tool is a golden ratio finder. So you put the center point on your focal point, and then you put the top and the bottom there and here, and see how that might look. Oh, that's good. But now we're dead center sideways with that focal point. So let's try it this way. It needs to get wider. I wish I had a phone holder thingy. I don't have one of those yet. I'm doing this one-handed. It's not easy. Yeah. So if we move this out a little, we've got our focal point in the right place. Oh, that revealed that cool sign. Now, will that help us, or will it draw the eye away from the focal point? What do you think? Include the sign or not? I really like these shapes inside of here that this makes. I think that's a really cool kind of abstract design up there. The lights and darks areas are out of, have a nice balance, so it's not all one. So here's, let's see, what else do we have? I like how these three figures, you can kind of see there's one more person back there. They kind of overlap. I like that. This does draw the eye away, but I'm wondering if I make this a darker shade of red and let that one pop. If that wouldn't make the colors belong, but yet let that one be primary. I think I like this composition here. I'm just going to tape it off. I use this tape to keep that permanent, and then I'm going to make some notes on the tape. So as you can see, I made notes on here. This says golden ratio is right here, and the golden ratio is right here. and it says keep this red secondary to the focal point red. So I finished composing this batch of photos. I want to just share them with you quickly. Here's the one we worked on. And then here's another one. This has an X, like an X kind of composition, very much a 1-point perspective with the vanishing point being right there. Another 1-point perspective, but not a strong X. This is more of a half of an X, maybe like an arrow pointing this way, kind of an X. There's a little bit there, but it's an off-center one. I really like the umbrella in this one, and it kind of points right at this red jacket, so I feel like this, I really kind of like this composition. This one's all about verticals, horizontals. Here's a cityscape. I feel like this is kind of an interesting dimension, like this swoopy curve thing that leads to the vanishing point. Not all, so the vanishing point is just where the eye of the viewer, that's where it hits the horizon line. So, so yeah, and you'll find all the, if it's a 1-point perspective, all of the lines will point at that vanishing point. So anyway, that's this one. Here's another 1-point perspective vanishing point piece. I love bikes. I can't get away from bikes. I just love them, and I really love how it's reflecting on the pavement right there. This has an interesting kind of like maybe H composition where the darks are here, and they're only connected by this little bridge right there, a skyway. So I don't know if I like that or not. It's interesting, it's different, but I don't know if it'll work. Let's see how it sketches out. Hey, thanks for joining me in my studio today. I hope you enjoyed this video as much as I did making it. If you did, please give me a thumbs up and subscribe below if you want to hear more videos. The bell, if you push that, you will be notified when I post a new video. I'd love to hear your comments, reactions, questions, all that stuff. Put it in the comments below. Thanks. Have a great day. See you soon.